Co-Chair Authority?
Good.
Thanks, Corinne. With respect to the Line 5 pipeline replacement, is one of the possible outcomes from whatever happens after this study reduced output?
So let me, I'm going to use this opportunity to have some clarification here. So I think there was some confusion yesterday about the Line 5, so I just want to clarify again. So Peter's question yesterday was about the current Line 5, your colleague. And on the current pipeline, as you know, the state of Michigan is objecting to the continued use of its easement for the current pipeline. Additionally, Canada has decided to invoke the dispute resolution provision of the 1977 Transit Pipelines Treaty on the current pipeline. We expect that both the U.S. and Canada will engage constructively in those negotiations. Canada is a close ally and a key partner in energy trade, as well as efforts to address the climate crisis and protect the environment. These negotiations and discussions between the two countries shouldn't be viewed as anything more than that, and certainly not an indicator that the U.S. government is considering shutdown. That is something that we're not going to do. As it relates to the current pipeline, in addition to those negotiations, the current pipeline is subject to litigation between Enbridge and the state of Michigan, and those parties can speak more to the process. So what I think confused some folks here is that there are as a result a consent decree. As a result, there is a suggested potential replacement for a portion of Line 5. The Army Corps of Engineers announced an environmental impact study of that potential replacement in June, which is what I was talking about yesterday, and that's the study I mentioned. And so that was announced in June and is about the potential replacement, not the current line, which is what Peter had asked yesterday. So again, nothing new to share on the current line. We expect the U.S. and Canada to engage constructively on it. I don't have anything else to share about that.
The current pipeline needs to be replaced and that there is this study ongoing. Would a possible outcome from that study be a choice that limits output? And also, what's the timeline for that study? I had seen some reporting that a decision could come after the reconciliation vote, and that could be as soon as next week.
I don't have a timeline on the study. Again, this is the Army Corps of Engineers who are taking this under. I don't have anything more to share.
And I want to ask you about another story that's just breaking from our Justice Department reporter. Two sources are telling Fox that National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is the foreign policy advisor mentioned in the former Clinton lawyer Michael Sussman's indictment. I understand that this just came across while you're at the podium, so you haven't probably had a chance to read into that, but what is the White House comment on that, and is there any conflict here, given that there has been news around the indictment? Is there any conflict here that would preclude Sullivan from being able to carry out his duties?
As you just said, Jackie, I'm just now hearing this, so I don't have a comment for you at this moment. I don't know anything about what you're just mentioning, so I have to talk to our team.
And there has been news around the dossier, though, over the last couple of weeks, and sort of this feeling that it's falling apart after the revelations that the Clinton-tied lawyer had lied to the FBI. Now, knowing what we know about the dossier, is there any concern that there was a lot of focus or too much focus on that during the president's campaign?
So, Jackie, I refer you to the Department of Justice. I'm not going to comment on that from here, from the podium. Go ahead, sir.